Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Rental Regrets. As always, I'm your host, Victory Nub, and today we're going to be taking a look at King's Knight, developed and published by Squaresoft and released in the United States in September of 1989. While not the first game developed by Square to reach Western shores, King's Knight is the first game independently developed and published by the company to be released in the US. King's Knight is a vertical scrolling shooter in which players guide one of four archetypal fantasy characters through a series of levels to find and rescue the Princess Claire of Olthea from the clutches of the evil dragon Tolfida. The game features a simplistic RPG style of leveling system in which characters can collect power-ups affecting their jump, speed, weapon, shield, and life stats. Each level contains a hidden cave as well as a series of mission-critical elements that must be acquired in each level in order to complete the game, assigned letters A, B, C, and D. King's Knight was the first game developed for the Famicom by famed developer Hironobu Sakaguchi, the creator of Final Fantasy, as well as the third video game project for composer Nobuo Uematsu. While the game was not the first developed by Square to feature RPG elements, it was a precursor to Square's eventual shift into the RPG genre. The company's attitude at the time was that RPGs did not sell, which is why the games they did release in the mid to late 1980s were a kaleidoscope of genres, including shooters, platformers, text-adventure games, and even racing games. I have no sales data for King's Knight, but critics have not been kind to the game, stating that graphics were crude, the gameplay systems were not straightforward enough, and the design lacked Square's eventual creative flair. That's all the notes that I had, not a ton on this one. Let's go ahead and get it started. Oh, jaunty. Alright. Now, the question I have to ask is, why the hell am I just shooting the ground? And I assume the arrows and stuff are good? Yeah? Is there a way to check my stats? Not that I'm seeing. Oh, that hurt! Did that kill me or what? I guess I died. Sorry, Rayjack. I'm here to save yon princess! Guess that ugly-looking boot was supposed to be a jump increase? And the down arrows, I'm sure, are not good. How the hell is my health so low? I haven't taken a hit yet. Have I? Oh, God. No! Okay, that time I did take a hit. Probably also should play a little more with the space that I was working in. Wow. Getting trucked. Sorry, Kaliva. Oh, I'm Godzilla now. Sure. Fighting in a land of cheese. Oh. A lot of power downs in this level, apparently. I'm not going to waste all the benefits or downgrades that you get there just to get one upgrade. Alright. If there's a jump, I don't know what the hell I gotta do to use it. Oh, God. Got it. Why are there guys that just dive bombing me? Sorry, Barusa. Jesus, this is gonna be a fast play. Alright, last character. Apparently I'm a Greek warrior. What the hell happens if I can't get through any levels with this? I guess the game just ends? Hey, I found a pair of steps. Oh, that's not the jump. What the hell do you gotta do to jump in this game? Why would they tell you you have a jump and then you can't actually jump at any point? Come on. There we go. Oh, okay. Okay, well, I gotta take it down, I guess. Okay, well, you can swim. It's very uncomfortable to swim. I'm assuming those are bad, the whirlpool things that I can't seem to... Okay. Yeah, how the hell... I'm hitting the jump button, but nothing's happening. They put the attack on A, and I'm guessing jump is supposed to be B, but apparently I'm not doing it right. And we're done. Oh, sorry, Kid Thief Toby. Wow, that was it. There's got to be something I'm missing. Hold on a second. Let's take a look and see if I can find an instruction manual that maybe tells me what the hell I didn't do to jump. I would assume it was just you hit one button and you can see him jumping. So what the hell was he doing that I wasn't? See, he also got to fall in a pit, but not die. So clearly they're doing something that I wasn't. Fire your weapon. Execute the magic spells of the lead character in stage 5? Okay, so how the hell did the one character jump when I don't see any jumps in this game? Maybe it's automatic? Like he jumps if you touch a specific spot? How do you zoom in? All right, so the jump is literally the stair item that we've been seeing. Element A is the triangle pointed up. The life arrow, well, the arrows are the life options. Speed is the boot, not the jump item. Okay, weapon. We never found a weapon at any point. I also never found a shield. The cave icon that we're looking for is like a pair of stairs going into a basement like you would see in a Dragon Warrior or any kind of game where you have like a basement type entrance that you could go into. All right, well, I'll try again. The princess needs a heartier effort than what we just put in. So, no, he's not jumping. Okay, up. So what the hell am I supposed to do to jump? There's got to be something I'm missing here. Okay, pause for a second. How does the instruction manual miss something as basic as how to jump? It can't be automatic. It just can't. That is wacky. Because apparently the B button is used for a spell that you can cast later in the game once you, I guess, earn your element. So how the hell do you jump in this game? It's not double tapping in a direction, from what I could see. Get out of here. I think it's a very strange decision to make it so that the enemies can appear from anywhere, but the only way you're going to find items is by destroying buildings. This doesn't feel heroic. It feels actually very horrible and like villainous. Like I don't feel like I'm the good guy doing this right now. I also think this game desperately... Oh, yeah. Okay, there we go. Desperately would have benefited from the turbo button. Which actually, now that I think about it, I could do that. Turbo on. What's this button right here? Yes. All right. There, now I don't have to jam on the button the entire time. Power up! There we go. The weapon just got stronger. Now let's try to be a little more careful this time. A A little. You know, maybe take a few chances, but not too many. Yeah, see, I can't. Alright, well, maybe it's just the fact that I don't have a jump item. So now I have a jump item. Can you jump? Apparently not. I don't know. Woo! Shred those buildings when you get in close, buddy. You're a powerful wizard. You're Gandalf the White without hair. I don't know how many millennia old Gandalf was supposed to be, but this is what he looks like after even more millennia. He just says, F the old man with tons of hair look. I just want to be old. Alright, let's go grab the health. Alright, so it is giving me health back when I pick those up. That's good. This is also supposedly the training stage. I think I said that. The training stage. Which doesn't feel like training if you can actually die and lose the game. That's not what that would be at all. Okay. Whoa, yeah, no you don't. Still haven't seen a cave yet. Alright, I keep avoiding these footsteps like they're bottomless pits I'm gonna fall into. Might be. Who knows? See a shield? Very good. Take the health. Take the health. Hey, he finally jumped. All right, so yeah, it is automatic. So you have to have a jump item, I guess, and it has to be, I guess, a platform of a certain height before he'll actually be able to jump to it. All right, making a little more sense now. What the hell is that thing? What are any of those things? That's probably the exit. Oh! Okay, well, I guess I'm just leaving. I reached level 11! I don't know how you measured that. So the knight's kind of effed. I guess he didn't do any leveling. He just kind of died. An ignominious death. Uh-oh. Ah, found a cave! Alright, so that's the good thing that we needed, right? Well, I gotta touch... No, we don't. Some health. Shoot some ghosts. Take it. Oh. Can I destroy these? Not by the looks of it. Can I destroy the fires that they're shooting? Oh, God. That hurt. Ow! Nope, nope. I don't know what that is, but I'm taking it. I hope it was a good thing. Health, yes. Oh, boy. Not much. Oh, another set of stairs down further? Oh, that's how you leave when you're done. Alright. Well, this is the best offense he can put together. We got this. Come on. You gotta do better than that, Rodan. I played a game or two in my life. You're certainly no Mothra. Mothra is actually a badass. You're just kind of a little bitch. Who never flapped his wings. It seems like all he ever did was just glide everywhere. That was probably because the puppetry involved in making Rodan was pretty crude, I imagine. Well, I will say they made the birth of Rodan in the more recent films that came out in the US pretty badass, because didn't he come out of, like, a volcano? I think that's how it worked. Ah, good lord. Uh-oh. Oh! Nope, nope, you ain't got nothing on me. I'm glad the space is not, like, moving. And that they're not forcing me to get this done any faster than I am right now. There's no, like, time limit on the screen. That would really suck is if they decided to make the health bar your timer. If you don't get done by a certain time, they just kind of, like, end it by stealing your health. Master Higgins. Which, by the way, if we haven't talked about it, I'm sure we have at some point. What the hell is wrong with Master Higgins that he is constantly running out of health? The island life can't be that horrifying. Oh, God. Oh, I hate these guys. Nope, 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 nope. I'll take that and that and that, but then I'm backing out. Oh. Oh, God, we gotta do this. Alright, alright. Alright, he's starting to become a little bit of a badass. I don't know if it has anything to do with his quote-unquote level, but he's definitely shredding some fools now. Just killed Nessie, because I'm a monster. Which, by the way, if you ever played Earthbound, it's maybe the best part of the game. You find Nessie, and then you just go for a ride. Does anything really exciting happen? No, it takes forever, and it's really boring. But you know what? You still get to ride Nessie. There were maybe a few too many moments in Earthbound where it was just like, hey, you know, video games are a little bit too chaotic and exciting. Let's take a couple minutes and just relax. Take some time. I was like, no, the game isn't that, like, fast-paced and, like, nerve-wracking and chaotic that you need to take that time. Like, they have 2 coffee breaks in the middle of the game. And frankly, the music and the coffee break that you go through both make you feel like they could have found something better to do with this time. Novel idea. I don't know if the execution landed. I'm sure there's people out there who are like, that was the greatest thing I've ever seen in video games. The greatest thing I've ever seen in video games is like a pulsating background with some text that says, hey, you should take more time to relax in life. Oh, damn it. Health up and then health back down. Oh, damn it! Don't touch the thing! Alright, we're out of here. I reached level 10 and got 2 sparklies. Alright, Kid Thief, it's your turn. I don't know if the life ups actually increase my total life or they just recover health. God damn. I need that shield bad. Well, not picking up the element. Ah, damn, I'm dying. Alright, so we made it through 2 levels and only one of them found the cave that we needed to go into. I don't know what that means for us. Help the princess. Alright, well, I guess this is all we're going into it with. Not looking good. What does this do? Oh! Okay, it flips my warriors. Oh, cool. So you can destroy these statues. Maybe. Interesting. This is something that Square is pretty well known for, is having, oh boy. Can I flip my... Sure can. Oh, I got a sword. I don't know what the hell that's gonna do for me. They put the Kappa creatures in the water there, and that is like what they call their imps in Final Fantasy games. Woo! Look at those moves. Come on, kids. Oh, damn it. It's over. All of you are dead. All right, well, we have the ideas now of what we got to do. Now I would just like to make it a little bit further than just a couple of feet in each level before some of my major, like, heavy hitters die. And what the hell, man? Why is the first level loaded up with, like, bottomless pits that can kill you if you fall in them? I'm already done. I'm done. All right, there we go. God damn it. Come on! Let me get more than 5 inches with Rayjack. Why is this the hardest level? Oh, you know what? Hold on, hold on. We're gonna restart. I want to make it a little bit further with that guy. You gotta be kidding, doofus. I can't make it out of the first damn screen. Alright, well, got some health. Got my elemental spell. This is supposed to be your tank character in most video games, but this tank character is kind of a doofus. I mean, they're not always smart to begin with. Well, they usually aren't. They're just big, dumb, tough meat. Aha! It's witches! It was an idea they never used a ton in Final Fantasy. Just straight up witches. I think the first game has a witch in it, and that may be it. Alright, we found our cave. Here we go. Oh, and I took a hit. Damn it. Ah, we're in Legend of Zelda. Surprised Nintendo didn't throw a hissy fit about the crosses on those tombstones. We don't want overt religious messages in our video games. Well, that, I don't know what the hell the 2 arrows are supposed to be, but it's not a damage up. And it does look like my shot just changed. Damn it. Oh, I found Rodan again. Hopefully I'm doing a little more damage than I was first time. As exciting as it was to... Oh, yeah, we screwed him over. He had nothing. Rocked his world, dude. I see some health. Should probably try to get that. Hey, no, you don't. Take the shield. Take the shield! Boy, the movement in the water is extremely floaty. Alright, so the way that they screw over the knight character here is they just box him in. Hey, I found a Pokeball! And now I don't know how the hell to get out of here. Can I just jump this? I sure can. Alright, so that's how they gate your progress in this one, is you have to have some upgrades and jump, or else you're not going to be able to get out of that maze. Use some health right now. I see one. I ain't gonna cut the cheese, cut the mustard. Cut the other toppings for your sandwiches. Okay, go, 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 go. Health! Where the hell's the health? There it is. 1 up. 1 up. 15 downs, but 1 up. Got it. What is this? Oh, I touched it, and then a bunch of other things. Level 14. He got 3. I don't know what the stars are. And he got his element. He did get his element. God, right off the bat. Come on. Yeah, this is one of those games where if I had picked it up when I was younger, I know I would have immediately grabbed my turbo controller, because I had a turbo controller as a kid. And, oh, there we go. We're going to the boss already. I had a turbo controller, and I know I used it whenever there was a game that required you just jamming on the A button nonstop. It was like, I don't want to do this. Oh, come on. There we go. Got it. Oh, I think my attack changed. It's a bolt attack now. But you really do need to blast all of this stuff on the way up, because I'm picking up a ton of upgrades right now. Oh, look at that! I cooked his ass! The first time, it took forever to beat him with the Godzilla character. I should probably leave. I don't see how these are training areas if you literally go to the main castle after you go through the 4 of them. Oh, got my element. Oh, why did I touch that? You dummy. You gotta have some nerve, get all up in the wall's base and then shoot your blast, because of course you're taking the risk that as soon as you do, something's gonna come out and like smack you. But it is the fastest way to get them clear. Now we got some jumps. Oh, damn it. Okay. The hit detection on those power-ups is not great. You have to basically be dead center on it before it'll recognize that you touched it. I kind of wish it was a little bit wider. Not saying the second a pixel is touched, it has to be... Oh, I powered up again. I just destroyed a tornado with a lightning bolt. That doesn't make sense. Oh, I got greedy. Sorry, Kaliva. All right, Godzilla, we had good luck with you last time. Let's see if we can keep that up. I mean, they missed a golden opportunity. I'm sure Square wouldn't have been worried at this point about copyright infringement, and they could have just like had the music here instead of what they use as their bog standard level adventuring music be dun 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 dun. Ah, damn it. Not going great all of a sudden. He's so happy that he died. that he's not joining his heroic knight friend Rayjack on an adventure to save that there princess. You really do need to get speed upgrades as soon as you can find them. Otherwise, you're missing out on a ton of stuff. Found my element. And we're gonna have to take a health down for it. Whatever. I think I missed the cave. That's alright. It seems like it's appearing very early in the level. So if you don't find it when you first start within, like, I'd say a minute, you probably missed it. Nope, don't touch that. I'm sure it's bad. Oh, God. Oh, God. Right into it. Yeah, I wish the water was not quite so floaty. Not great. Alright, well, the only one who's going to save that there princess is Rayjack. Yeah, some tough-ass spiders. Well, they really don't give you much opportunity to... Why is it some of these will destroy and some of them won't? Whatever. Oh, crap. It's chasing! No! And I'm dead. God damn. Yeah, I wish you could destroy those. That sucks. Alright, one more feeble attempt at saving the princess, and then we'll call it a day. I think I can see why Square didn't bank all of their future ambitions on a vertical scrolling shooter portfolio. Like, you know, this isn't really us. God damn. It's in here. I know it's in here. I saw it last time I came through. I thought I did. Well, we missed it. I don't know how. It's one of those things where I'm not Uh-oh. Ah, damn it! Oh, why did they have to put pits that Rayjack gets stuck in? In the very first... There shouldn't just be any pits, period. Let's be honest, that's just not terribly fair feeling. It is novel. I mean, most of these side-scrolling or vertical-scrolling shooters are usually you controlling an airplane, so you'd never experience a bottomless pit in one of those. Well, I'll take that. Damage up. Damage, I assume, way, way, way up? I don't know. Getting close. Oh, Dan, I'm coming for you. Oh, damn it. Every time. I want to leave! I gotta be honest, if that's supposed to be a dragon, that is the weakest ass looking dragon I've ever seen in my life. Alright, well, we're going into it with Gandalf the White, maybe. My element. Oh god, I need health. Ah, why did I do that? Damn it. No, we're not going into it. Gandalf the White. Now, you know who this is? This is baby Dracula. Or, Dracula. Baby, Godzilla. What was the... Was he just called Godzilla Jr.? That's what they called him, right? And he had a mighty breath attack. Just like Dad. And then go into the cave. Ah, I touched it. And because it's in the dark, he's a little bit chilly. That's why his skin's all blue. They don't really give you much in the way of power-ups for Godzilla. Or much opportunity to actually get to the boss in this one. God, that sucked. Anything? You want to give me any goddamn power-ups here? please. I'm assuming that killing enemies is not just a way to keep the screen clear of obstacles, but I'm actually leveling when I do this. But I don't know. Maybe it's not. I know it's here. In here somewhere. And I died. They made this too damn hard. You should... Okay. I think we've seen enough. You can do whatever, game. Just keep rolling. All right. I definitely have some thoughts to offer on this one. Jesus. All right. Number one. There should have been a life counter for these characters instead of one chance, and if you die, that's it. It feels like the game is desperate for you to make a flawless run in order to get to the final boss of the game and finish it with all 4 of your characters, and that's just not happening. I mean, I can't tell you how many levels where I just got stuck in a pit, or I got bum rushed by like 3 enemies right off the jump, and immediately died. And, well, I can't beat the game, in theory, because you're supposed to have all 4 of your characters. If I understood right, the only way you can actually win is you have to have all 4 of your characters. And they all have to get through a dungeon with a dragon, and they all have to have their elemental upgrade, the triangle item. I didn't come close to any of them doing that. I think maybe 1 character in total, in all the playthroughs that we did, the different playthroughs, actually found both the dungeon and the element before the end of the level. What they should have done, and of course, you know, hindsight's 2020, and there's things that they don't care enough about their games to go back and fix. And this would be as good a time as any to jump in and say that Square Enix actually did decide to go back and try to address some of these issues. There was a re-release of this game, a remake of the game, that came out in 2017 on iPhones called King's Knight, Wrath of the Dark Dragon, I think is the full name of it. And they actually did address many of the issues that I have been complaining about. The lack of actual stats that you could see on screen, power-ups that are actually explained while you're playing the game, more immersive combat, actually, during the gameplay, where you're not just shooting a weapon, but you're actually going up and fighting enemies hand-to-hand, like in the case of Rayjack here. So clearly someone at Square realized that this game kind of sucked the way that it was initially released and tried to go back and address the issues. Will we ever see it on a modern console or anything other than a phone? Who knows, but I thought I would just point out they actually tried to fix what was wrong with this game. What they should have done was the quote-unquote training level that you were supposed to go through in order to get ready for the final dungeon, this area here, is they should have given you an endless scrolling level for each of the characters and 3 lives to find what you're there for. That way, you go through the level, you find the power-up, you find the cave. Maybe it has to be that order, like the cave won't appear until you have the elemental upgrade. You beat the dragon, then it'll scroll to a specific spot in the level where it can and will end, and you can escape as whoever the character was that you're doing. Barring that, it's really, really hard to make it through even one level when literally you have no idea where the element is or the cave, and you're just guessing. And maybe I was not paying enough attention to realize that the cave appeared in the exact same spot every single time we went through the levels, but I wasn't memorizing them. So, I mean, I'm sure I did it once or twice for one of these characters and completely forgot by the next time we came through there, or didn't even make it far enough to see it again. But even if that was the case, that it is in the exact same spot every single time, well, what if you get sidetracked because you're trying to avoid getting hit by an enemy, and then suddenly that part of the screen scrolls off and you have no chance of getting in front of the destructible building or hillside or trees that you need to break in order to get to that cave or that element? You're screwed. The game didn't give you the option to turn your character sideways and shoot sideways in order to break stuff that you hadn't thought enough in advance to get underneath while the screen scrolls upwards and start shooting at it. So I think there were absolutely things that they could have done to make this a more playable experience off the rip. And I'm not saying that, you know, oh, it's too hard, I'm getting shot too much. There weren't that many enemies on the screen. And if I was more diligent about shooting them as opposed to searching for stuff underneath, you know, these rock formations or trees or whatever, that I couldn't have cleared the screen fairly easily by, you know, just lining up a shot on any of these enemies. Those things, I guess, are supposed to be werewolves or lions or something. I just think maybe even if the convention of a vertical or side-scrolling shooter is that you can only shoot in the one direction unless you have a special power-up that lets you shoot at a horizontal or vertical plane as a perpendicular to where you normally shoot. I'm not an airplane in this game. I'm a human being, or in the case of Godzilla, they're a big mutant reptile that got blasted with radiation. Why can't I just turn to the side and shoot the things to my left or right, or below me, for that matter? So the game is a novel concept. I just don't think it was executed well at all. They should have given you multiple chances with each character in order to go through a level before it said, well, this character's dead, you're not going to be able to take him into the final fight. And for all I know, maybe you don't even have to have all four of the characters to beat the final boss. It just becomes easier if you have all four of them, because then they have their own unique strengths and weaknesses, which, I mean, pile on the list of things that they could have done better or fixed at it in any way whatsoever. Why can't I see what my stats are? I mean, ostensibly, every time I pick up one of these power-ups, my character is increasing that particular stat, so why can't I see it anywhere? I couldn't pause the game and see the stat. It didn't show up when you paused. You can't see it when you finish the level, if you actually manage to make it all the way to the end, and they tell you, hey, good job, your level is 11. Okay, well, what are my stats? I picked up all these items. Now, it turns out, and I did see this while I was doing research for the game, the MSX version of the game, because it originally came out in Japan on the MSX and the Famicom, and I think one of the Japanese computers that's not MSX. And the MSX version actually on the side, the right side of the screen, had the character stats. Why couldn't they put them in this game? I guess they were still kind of early in their development experience with the NES that they couldn't figure out how to put a menu in the game. Which, boy, what does that tell you about how far they came when they finally got around to making their first true RPG? Because the Final Fantasy, well, I don't know if it's the very first one, but one of the first ones that they made was extremely menu and systems heavy, and this game has none whatsoever. I guess Sakaguchi had to cut his teeth somewhere, and this game was where he really kind of figured it out, or at least on the NES. I think he had experience with some Japanese computers developing for those before he made the jump to the Famicom. My regret for this game, I think it's pretty easy. Yeah, this is a lackluster vertical scrolling shooter because there are plenty of things that they could have done different or better to make this a more user-friendly experience. And it's clear that they either didn't think of them or they didn't know how to implement them. The power-ups, I like that there's different ones for your various stats. I like that you can get your health back by picking up arrows. I like that you can get increases for your defense and your offense. And there's a jump ability that was pretty poorly explained because apparently you can't jump until you pick up a couple of them. Weird. And then the element, which we never actually used. As far as I know, you can't even use it until you get to this level. And then I just never thought to use it when we did. But it feels so half-baked. Everything about this feels like a half-baked experience where maybe if they had, like, put another 3 months into it, because back in the days of the NES development cycle, they didn't really give games a ton of time in the oven. They would probably work on them for 6 months and then it's out the door so they can move on to the next project. If they had given this one another 3 months, they had fleshed out the leveling system, they'd figured out a way to balance it so that you didn't immediately lose a character after one death, let you see what your stats are in the game, so you know what you should be looking out for if you were, picking up certain items. And I don't know if there's a limit to how much growth you can get for any stats. Actually give you a purpose for killing the enemies in this game, because it seems like you're just doing it to avoid taking damage instead of actually gaining anything as a result. This would have been a better game as a result of any of those changes. As it stands, it's not a good vertical scrolling shooter. It's not a good RPG light. It's just kind of meh. I don't think it's representative of Sakaguchi's best work. I don't think it's a good representative of Uematsu's best work. This is a pretty forgettable experience. And I didn't pay very much to look at it today. I think I maybe paid $10 for it. But yeah, if they had figured out how to make it so that you could do this level until you had or each of the levels, until you had the required items, it would have been a more enjoyable experience. But as it stands, this is a pretty regrettable pickup. Yeah, I never played it when I was a kid, and it's probably for the best, because this would have been one of those one-and-done type experiences where I picked it up, played it for an afternoon, and was like, yeah, I don't want to play anymore. And yeah, there were plenty of those games, when you could still actually rent games, where you would pick it up, you'd play it for maybe an hour, and realize that it was of so little effort or quality that you just didn't touch it again for the rest of the rental period. And of course, when you rented games back in the day, you usually got them for, 2-3 days, and then you had to take it back. And I can tell you, there were definitely games that I would have picked up around that time, played for, an hour, realized that it was really bad, and just never touched it again until we had to take the game or the game and the movies that we had picked up back. Yeah, this one sucks. It's not very good. There are horizontal and vertical scrolling shooters that came out on the NES that were worth the money and worth the time to invest in. This is absolutely not one of them. All right, that's going to do it for this episode of Rattle Regrets. As always, I do appreciate each of you watching, and I will see you next time.